Welcome back to Car Stuff P&W. This is Jesse. We got another update on the 1100 project. I've been working on the rear seats. I don't know. I think you guys can see it. I made brackets for each side here that hook onto the metal frame of the seat, and then it gets pulled down and screwed in so that this thing won't go up. It doesn't move around or anything like that. It just stays right there. And then for securing the seat bottom, I cut out a ton from underneath here. And then I welded this together. These two pieces got welded together better, like right here. And then I have this plate on there that it's welded to. It doesn't have to be on there super amazing. It's just so it doesn't move. And then I drilled holes in there. And then I welded some nuts to the bottom so that I can just take my bolts, put them in there, and secure the seat down like that. And so the back end of the rear seat, the bottom, is stuck up under there, and then the front is bolted down with two pretty big bolts. And that should keep it there. And then there's spots here and over here. Over here, it's dark, where the seat belts can connect. So now I'm going to bolt this in so you can see it. All right, so the rear seat is in there. I think it's pushed in all the way. I haven't bolted it down, but this is basically how it works. There's the holes, they match up, and the bolt goes in. All right, let's do that. And I pulled it back out again. I decided to cut off the edges of the bracket. And then while I was at it, I filed down everywhere, or at least everywhere I could remember that I cut, just so it's not, sharp and pointy. So now let's put it back in. Okay, so now it's bolted down in there, and I think it looks all right. Looks pretty good, except for that cut I put in there over there. But yeah, that's pretty good for the rear seat. Now let's see if I've got time to do the back. I meant the front, not the back, the front. I need to do the front. All right, a little bit of a detour, a little bit of a tangent. I had to drop the exhaust in order to get under there. You can see the nuts under the parking brake cables there. It's upside down. But yeah, I had to drop all that stuff down to get to it. And while I was doing that, I was looking at the exhaust, and there were some cracks I was noticing up here, and some carbon, some soot here. So I took it off and did some welding. It's not amazing, but it should keep it from leaking as much. I love the way this thing sounds, but I'm not trying to have an exhaust leak. But yeah, fix that, and now I'm gonna put it back together. All right, I am working on making the brackets for the front seats. This is the two brackets I have so far. I drilled a hole for the to attach to the seat, and now I'm trying to figure out where to put the holes in order to secure it in front. Let's see. I spent some time and used a thread chaser and fixed all of the holes, so now the bolts will thread in nice and smooth. I also went to Ace and got all the bolts for attaching the brackets to the car. And then I got some lock nuts for the front here. And then I realized I only got some for one seat. I'm gonna have to go back to Ace to get some more. But right now I'm just trying to figure out where to actually drill the holes for these. And then I'll get this done and bolt it in, and then I guess I'm going back to Ace. Okay, finally got the driver's side front seat done. It's in there and it works. Let's see here. Can tip it up like that. Technically, if you use the lever thing and flip this forward and then move this forward, there's a lot more room. This goes way up further. So I think that's what you're supposed to do. But got this done, just about ready to go. I think this is done. Now I just need to get some more. I found some more bolts for the other side, but now I need the washers and the locking nuts that I got from Ace. So back to Ace. Here we go. All right, and I got the front passenger seat done. And of course you can't see it because it's dark, but the brackets are there and in place. I've got that seat tipped forward so that it actually can open up enough for someone to try and get in. The sliding mechanism doesn't work super great. It gets kind of stuck over here. I did lubricate this one, but I haven't done this one. It seems to, I don't know, it gets stuck, but oh well. But yeah, the front seats are done. The rear seat is done. Now I just need to get, I think, some new seat belts, because the receivers for these seat belts are attached to the Civic seats. I think I want to sell them as one piece. So I'm gonna have to get some sort of an aftermarket thing. But I think that'll do it for this video. Seats are done. Next thing, seat belts at some point, and then the surprise. I've actually gotten the surprise. I flashed a little bit of it earlier. I think the next video I'll show some of the surprise. So yeah, that's the latest update on the 1100 project. Give us a like and a subscribe. We'll see you later.